Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about decorating my Florida room. So it's a nice warm sunny November day here. I mean, it's in the 50s, but with the sun it definitely gets toasty back here. When it comes to Christmas decorating, I always tend to overdo it, so I'm going to try very hard not to overdo this room. I've got some basics out, which might change. And then this year, I thought it would be really fun to try the stacked double tree kind of a deal that you see in the magazines. And over here, I do have my festive fir, which looks fantastic. And at night, this guy is actually something from a Halloween collection from Pottery Barn years ago, but I use him as a snowy owl with my Christmas decor every year. So this is sort of step one in decorating my back room, where I'm going to show you what I'm going to put in the trees, and it's going to kind of be a process of elimination this year because I already went overboard downstairs and I want to use this room to be a bit more simple, but I don't just want bare garland where the wires are showing, and I don't want the trees completely naked. So we will see. I will bring everything up and then we will start working. So earlier today, I showed you all that I had gotten the trees set up. Look at how beautiful the sunset is, everyone. I just didn't get a chance to start working on this before things got darker. And look, I am melting Winter's Eve and Iced Pine as a mix as I am working on trimming the tree. So I have all sorts of goodies here. I may not use all of this. I think I'll definitely put in those dark gray blackish balls. I'm also working on the garland, starting to put the eucalyptus in, and I'm just going to want a simple kind of farmhouse or Nordic, although I think it's going to end up more farmhouse. Just lightly trimmed, at least for me, kind of a look from some of the things that we got here. So I'll show you guys partway through the process. Bye-bye. So one of the most essential steps in decorating your tree well is fluffing your branches. So I've been getting in here, and you just make sure that nothing is bent. You make sure that nothing has like a big hole, and then you can start to come into like spaces like this and place your ball ornaments close to the trunk of the tree. So as we continue on here, I actually got out my ring light so we could see what was going on. After having purchased one, you'd think I'd remember to use it. So I have just sort of my base layer of ornaments, and I have a few that are very shimmery, and I've got my balls in here, and we're gonna have just enough to give it some interest but not overwhelm it. And then over here, all I have in this tree, and I don't know if I'm even gonna put in more, is a string of extra pine cone type goodies on a little bit of just kind of a twine, and that's real, so that'll probably get changed a few times over the course of the holidays. But next I'm going to start adding some more interesting ornaments, and I don't know if I'm going to do picks or ribbon or what in here. Okay guys, I have some more detail applied at this point. So I did decide to put into this tree 3 little sparkly churches that I got actually from the dollar store, just to give it a little something something. So considering that my whole upstairs is supposed to have black and white in the theme, I have added some floral picks, just a few. I think I have to straighten that a little bit. And a little bit of black, and there's a black and like a cream ribbon. So if I cannot step on things here. Just simple. And next I'm going to consider some snowflakes and some individual figural ornaments to finish it off. And then over here, I'm working on all this, we have a lot of what's done. There's my night sky with the garland. And again, it may not be quite finished. I think I'm going to add some snowflakes, and tomorrow morning I will really know what did and didn't work. I have my little village down here. So last time that I show you all of this, it should be pretty much done for tonight. So remember, you're doing layers. So this next layer was the floral picks and the ribbons. Okay guys, I got up really early in the morning to hopefully give you a good look at this, and please excuse my ring light. Lighting up this tree because it's flocked has been a real challenge. I've tried to finish filming this several times during the day and it just will not show up. So you're gonna have to deal with the ring light. But the final process for me was to use little ribbon bits and just sort of give them life and movement. I asked my father, after I got the majority of the tree done, to make these for me to go with the topper that he already made. Because I wanted a little bit more black, but I didn't want anything real heavy. And then I always put things like this in my trees. They're just too cute. I love animals especially. And then last season, I got a whole bunch of these fantastic little brass bells, more ribbon tails. And what I did here is I layered Walmart ribbon with, I think this other one was just from Target, because I see this season that there's a lot of emphasis on ribbon that's not wired, and I like the look of the wired ribbon, but layering those gave me the interest that I wanted. Here's another one of my dad's stars. I used just a few really high quality floral picks. If you watched my decor prep video about a week ago, I explained that I usually buy good ones. So in this tree, I've got 1, 2, I think I've got about 7, and a couple of them I divided about 7 of this type of pick, which has your pine cones and a little bit of sparkle. And then these, I've had these for years, you guys. I love the way that those shimmer, no matter what tree, no matter what tree I put them in, they just always do the most beautiful job. So there's a few more little odds and ends down here. I probably have 8 or 9 of these little ribbon tail bits tucked into the whole tree. It's not a very large tree. And then this is important too. See in here, I have a few really sparkly ornaments tucked farther into the tree to give it some depth. I didn't want this particular tree to have a ton of shimmer, so I didn't do a lot. And then over here, I just added a couple of stars to my smaller tree. And there's my basket. So that is the final analysis on what I'm calling my farmhouse tree duo. So here's the rest of the room, pretty much completed. I have my beautiful garland over here where I used more of the same snowflakes. And then this other ribbon up here, I will be taking into other rooms, probably mostly the dining room, maybe the big tree. Tucked in a few of the little birds. I love woodland creatures. And there's my village. Those light up at night. And then over here, I do have one more little vignette set up with my festive fir and a reindeer. And I got one more reindeer over here. Yeah. So that's how it turned out. And there, again, is my tree. I hope that this was helpful and enjoyable. This is Elizabeth with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.